3 days later.
Hey honey, it's Toya. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, we like to turn pages over here, and if you are returning, well, welcome back fam. Today's video is my June TBR, and we're gonna keep it real short and sweet because the TBR card is full. At this moment in June, I have solved the end of a book, aka put it in timeout, and that's this book right here. This Kingdom Will Not Kill Me. I don't need you to tell me whether or not I should go back. I am going to continue to read it / listen to it. I'm going to give it a full chance because I'm intrigued by the plot, but not by the writing style. Now, I've decided that we're going to pick 5 books for our priority read because these books here are already on the TBR. Let's talk about them and let's talk about why they're on the TBR. So first up, we have Metal Slinger by Rachel Snyder. I waited because the girlie said that cliffhanger was cliff hanging. I do not want to be like Mufasa on the side of a cliff anymore. So I waited. I'm going to read this on Sunday, and then I'm going to turn around and read Light Wielder when it drops on June the 9th. Beneath by Ariel Sullivan. I've already read Conform, loved it down, cannot wait to get into Beneath. This is our book club read of the month. Rules for the Summer by Megan Quinn. Last year I read Till Summer Do Us Part. Megan Quinn is always going to do what she do best, and that means a kick your feet, giggle and good time, argue with the wall. This is also a buddy read. Because it's the month of June, I have 3 June books. 7 Days in June by Tia Williams. Don't come for me. I know I should have been read this. We hadn't read it yet. We're going to get there. Erin Crosby, Ekasine Junie. This book has been on my TBR for about a year. And then last but definitely not least, we have The Unmaking of June Farrow by Adrienne Young. I think I was dragging my feet because I read Adrienne Young's The Spells for Forgetting, and I didn't really vibe with that book very well. However, I am thoroughly intrigued in this one, and I am only about 115 pages in. I will finish this book today, but it's very much giving 4-star energy. And last but not least, I have my buddy read with Asha, which is Forget Me Not by Julie Soto. This is a rec from Tua, which is my friends choose my TBR, and it'll be my first Julie Soto book. So that will put us already at 8 books for the month. Now, I generally read anywhere from about 18 to 20 books depending on the month. I know last month I read 20 books, so it just really depends. I also don't want to be restricted because I'm a vibe / mood reader. So I want to be able to put something down, pick something else up. If you want to see my full summer TBR hopefuls, I have a video for you on TikTok and it should be in my shorts, so go check that out. And if you're not following me on TikTok and Instagram, come do that and hit subscribe while you're here. So let's get into our TBR, and again, I'm choosing chaos. So we have a wheel here. So on our wheel, we have a couple of challenges like TBR cards, challenge, and then 26 and 26. Friends choose my TBR, and then we have some genres. If I select the genre, then I'm also going to pull from our new TBR jar. And whatever the prompt says, I have to pick a book within that genre based on that prompt from my cart, or it could also be from my Libby or my Kindle. If I pick challenge, I have my little dragon bowl here that I got as a part of Melissa's street team, Melissa Browich. She is that girl. If you don't know who she is, Lady of Darkness. All right, and again, if we pick TBR cards, of course, we're going to be using our TBR cards, our Reader Roulette cards. I'll post a link down below if you would like to see these. We'll be pulling from our TBR cart, and here we go. $26 and $26. So when it's challenges, I do not have to pull a book that's on the cart, but if it's on the cart, it's like bonus. So let's pull up our 26 and 26. I have a reading journal with me in here, and I'm not going to get up to get it, especially when I have it here. So already on my 26 and 26 is The Unmaking of June Farrow. Like I said, I was going to read that anyway. See, I have Junie already pulled. I already have The Unmaking of June Farrow pulled. I have The Brit, and that's it on my TBR cart right now. This is the only ones that I have on my TBR cart. The Brit by Jodi Ellen Moppas. Now, I had pulled this to take with me on vacation to get into, and I didn't get the chance. It's going to be one of my 26 and 26. All right, 1 spin down, 3 more to go. Are you kidding? Cards. I need y'all to do me right because a lot of times I need TBR cards. It be doing a little too much. Choose a romance to read. No problem. Oh my affogato. I hope that's how you say that. Vacationship. This is by Daphne Ang and Donna Gorbanpour. I found this on vacation, and let me just read. Amore, Italy has been a dream. Never mind the minor hiccups, like when I accidentally showed my cheeky tangas to the world, or the death-defying bus ride from Naples to Sorrento, or getting in trouble with my on-again, off-again boyfriend, but no one knows it yet, Wes. But there's also been late-night gelato with my best friend, skinny dipping in the Mediterranean, and the sweet, distractingly cute local boy who works at our B&B. It is impossible not to fall in love soon, and maybe my turn is coming. XOXO Soraya. Isn't it cute? See? This is perfect for summer. Nice and thin and sweet. So we're going with that. Right. Look at this. TBR cards, which is our second pull. Choose a romance to read. Let's spin it again. I just pulled a 26 and 26. I'm not going to redo any prompts. Romance. Oh, pull a prompt. Now we get to pull our TBR jar. I'm gonna mix it up. I have one prompt here. I know you lying. Really? Back to the TBR cards. A book by a new to me author. Okay. It has to be a romance. Is this romance? This is a romance, and it is called The Bookstore Diaries by Susan Mallory. It will be my first time reading her book, and I am very much intrigued with this. This says, this summer the town's juiciest secrets are revealed. She's living in a bookworm dream until an unhappy accident erases the names from the bookshop lock boxes where the town keeps their diaries. Now, why would a town keep their diaries up in the... Anyway. Which means the only way to find the diary's owners is to read it. Oh, girl, being nosy. As secrets spill and scandals surface, life at the Painted Lady bookstore gets a lot more colorful and chaotic. Before a woman who's always had to take charge, Jax will see that losing control, especially with the right wrong guy, can set you free. So the romance that we're picking that is by a new to me author is The Bookstore Diaries by Susan Mallory. All right, third book picked. All right. Oh, we get a freebie. What should we read? Fantasy. Yeah, I like that. There are so many books that I want to get to that I have not touched. And there are two in particular that I want to get to. Actually, there's four. So we have The Poet Empress by Shan Tao. I have been told this is a 5-star masterpiece that has been sitting on my TBR cart for too many months. How to write a love poem for someone I hated so deeply. Wei must harden her heart, rely on her wit, and become dangerous herself, even if it means learning the art of poetry magic in secret in a world where women are forbidden to read, and wielding the most powerful spell of all, a ballad of death and love. It's that girl Melissa. I need to get into her legacy series. It is complete. So we have Reign of Shadows and Endings. Also, we have Tortured Souls by her as well, which is set in the same world but different characters. It's best if you read Lady of Darkness first. I may read that or this. Jason Rodriguez, A Vow of Vengeance. I also just got book 2, which is the completed set, so I can read this and then finish the duology. And this says, you want power, prove it. You want magic, take it. This is the Allurial version. I have since canceled my Allurial subscription. And then the newest and dystopian, it is one of the 9 gentlemen. It's book 1 by Edith Birdie. It's called Because I Killed Him. I have been told this is your new dystopian banger, but she also is quite thick. Based on what I just told you guys, though, I'm gonna go with A Vow of Vengeance by Jason Rodriguez because I also have the arc of the completed duology. And that would be our 4th book, but it wouldn't be me if it wasn't a little chaotic. Let's give it 2 more spins. A thriller. I don't have no thrills on here. I can tell you now, we're gonna have to consult the Kindle. I feel like this is a TBR card. I feel like it is, y'all. I do. I can't make this stuff up. Like, I need a thriller that do any, meeny, money, mo with 2 books and the one that wins. Okay, we have The Divorce by Freida McFadden. I know that is one of the thrillers that I want to read. And I have, let me see what else I have on my Kindle. All right, so we have The Spy Coast by Tess Garrett. It says, a retired CIA operative living quietly in Maine must confront her past when a body appears in her driveway. She joins forces with other spies to figure out who's trying to unalive her. is book one in the Martini Club. We're gonna have our 2 reads here, and we're going to put The Divorce by Freida McFadden here, the Spy Coast here. So eeny, meeny, miny, mo, back to if you holler, let them go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, the Spy Coast is the winner. So this will be a new to me author. It is also on Kindle Unlimited, and the audio is included. So if you want to read that book with me, you go right ahead. Final spin. Romance again. Fantasy. A fantasy that, please don't be no TBR. Like, come on, I don't need no more TBR cards. All right, here we go. What does it say? It's a little thicker, so I know it's not a TBR card. It says choose a book set in a fantasy world. Where are you gonna be doing that? So a book set in a fantasy world. It is time. Riftborn, Greenwich, and Lennox it's going on a TBR this month. So we have 6 new reads to add to the 8 that are already over there. I have no wiggle room, but all of these are from multiple genres. It looks like I'm gonna get to kick my feet and giggle. I'm gonna get a little fantasy time. I'm gonna get a little thrill in my life. So again, we are going to be reading Vacationship, The Brit, The Bookstore Diaries. A Vow of Vengeance, The Spy Coast, and Riftborn. So we got quite a big TBR for this month, and I'm not mad about it. Let me know which of these books are already on your current TBR or which ones you're adding down below. Make sure you hit subscribe and that notification bell so you'll be notified when new videos come out. And I'll see you guys on another one, and keep turning those pages. Happy reading, y'all.